The church that closed all the entrances to the catacombs. That church. Ooh. We have only one place we can go. What's happening at the Rue de Marmousets? Ah, he is! That's the rooster who shot the Croque-Monsieur! The rooster who... Ooh. Is Cocorico being set up? Are we gonna defend Cocorico as our third act? I think we're getting close to unraveling this whole rebellion nonsense. Let's not dawdle, Sparrowson. We're nearly there. Right. Let me just deal with this letter first. Spam? I don't think so. It's from Cocorico. Severin? Oh, go ahead, Sparrowson. Let's hear it. JJ, this letter reaches you uninterrupted. It means that I've been captured or killed by the rebels. What? Last evening, the inspector gave me a tip-off of a midnight trade between the rebels and the Croque-Monsieur on Rue de Marmousets. I intended to watch from the shadows, and I know that such a mission is a dangerous one. Wish me luck. If this is the last correspondence you'll ever hear from me, then I suppose I should end on a positive note. Falcon, you're a good friend and an excellent lawyer. I'm sorry for belittling you all these years. Kind regards, Severin Cocorico. That can't possibly be from him. He would never compliment me. Is this for real? There's no way. There has to be some sort of setup. It's Severin's handwriting. Where do you think he is? I don't know. Why would he go alone? I don't know. We have to go help him, right? I mean, that trade was at midnight last night, and it's 10 o'clock now. He might still be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Come on, Falcon. Pull yourself together. You've got to act fast while there's still time on the clock. Sparrowson? I have a bad feeling in my gut. Oh, yeah, me too. This letter is terrifying stuff. No, you don't understand. I know that. Severin isn't already dead now. He will be very soon. And there's nothing we can do about it. What are you talking about? You don't know that. I do. Certain. We've messed up. We've missed something. We've overlooked something vital. Now Severin's fate is sealed. You're spouting defeatist nonsense. Come on, Falcon. Let's go visit Rue de Marmousets. We might find a clue. Well, there sure is blood everywhere. Come on, Sparrowson. Keep up. No time for wheezing. If Cocorico was last seen around here, then there has to be a clue nearby. Right. There's a pool of blood here. It looks fresh. Cocorico's? I see drag marks heading towards that tunnel, which leads straight to the Seine. I had to guess. Someone was killed here last night, and their body was hastily disposed of in the river. But I see several sets of bloodied footprints, too. Some are faint, but they head that way, towards the main road. But he could still be alive? Let's see where the footprints go. Notre Dame. Here? Footsteps led right into Notre Dame? It seems that way. Unbelievable. Where's a friar when you need one? Forget the friar. Let's keep following the blood trail and see where it ends up. Wait a minute, Falcon. Can we get the police involved before we go any further? You remember what Severin wrote in his letter? The inspector was the one who gave him the tip-off. Huh? What are you saying? You think the police are in on this? At this point, anything's possible. We have to stay focused on the trail. Hey, wait up! This way leads straight down to the catacombs. Man, I'm famished! When is that mouthy parrot gonna relieve me of duty so I go grab a snack? Trail keeps going. Hey, is it the concierge jailkeeper? Quack? It's Quark, you dummies! I had no idea you were a religious man, monsieur. I'm not. I had a career change. Private security pays much better than regular old jail keeping, you know? Monsieur, we don't have much time, so I'll keep it brief. We're following a trail that leads to a door behind you. We need you to let us pass. A door behind me? Ah! Yeah, idiots! That door leads straight to the catacombs. Yeah, I don't want to go in there. Catacombs. And besides, just because I know how to get in, doesn't mean I'm just going to let you pass. I've got a job to do. I have integrity. I've promised to act as a guard, and that's what I'm doing. You want a bribe, don't you? Bingo! What you got? Hey, what are you doing? Monsieur, perhaps I wasn't clear. I am short on both time and patience. Are you gonna let us pass, or do I have to beat you until you're unable to stop us? Jeez, no need to get violent, big guy. You can pass. Door's right behind me. Go on. The door to the catacombs. It's that simple? Yeah, it's that simple. Why, were you expecting a hidden bookcase or something? Go on, look. What idiots. They're walking straight into a pitch black maze without even a torch. I wonder, will they get lost and starve, or will they find the crazy lion girl and get shot? Either way, ain't my problem. Upon entering the doorway, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves at the top of a stone staircase that spirals into the abyss below. Here goes nothing? They begin the descent. Knew an underground passage would be dark, but this is ridiculous. I can't even see my hand in front of my face. Just keep putting one foot in Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, Sparrowson. Ah, I think that was the last step. Now it's just twisted tunnels ahead of us. I should take up smoking. If I smoked, I would have a match right now. We'd be able to see where we're going. Plus, you know, all the health benefits. I would probably be calmer. Keep it together, Sparrowson. I know. I'll unravel this loose thread from my jacket. We can just trace the string to find our way back. If we reach a dead end. Ah, good thinking. Just like the Theseus and the Minotaur. Wait. There aren't any Minotaurs in here, are they? Head of a bull. Body of a bull. Scary stuff. That's not... Actually, never mind. Feels like there's a gap in the wall here. Guess the path branches. I can feel a slight breeze from the passage on the left. Air seems to be more stagnant on the right. Breezy. Easy breezy, cover girl. There's a chance the breeze could be caused by an opening. Let's head that way. Hey, Falcon. I don't want to dump on you or anything, but when you threatened Quark back there, it was pretty scary. Scary? Not really. Quark's all talk. I knew there was no chance he would fight back. Plus, we didn't have enough money to bribe him with anyway. No, I wasn't scared of Quark. You. I found you scary. I've never seen you get so angry before. My friend's life is on the line, Sparrowson. Forgive me for showing a little emotion. Sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Oh, looks like the path branches again. Are my eyes going funky from the darkness, or is there a glimmer of light from the right path? No, I see it too. There's definitely some light on that side. It's definitely getting lighter. I can see my hands again. That might just mean we're getting close to an exit, right? Maybe this has all been a wild goose chase. Hush. Listen. Voices? Voices. We're getting close. Hey, Falcon, aren't you scared? Terrified. There they are. I'll ask one more time. What is your name? Are you with the police? The royal guards? Speak, bird. Man, Beaumont, we've been here all night and he simply ain't talking. He didn't react to coaxing. He didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, Administer some justice. Justice. That word. Oh, the rooster finally crows. You want to know who I am? Fine. My name is Serpent Cocorico. I am a public prosecutor for the Cour d'Assises. Well, Savvy, it's been a pleasure. Well, it can't be evident and spies running around our base of operations, can we? Without further ado, I hereby sentence you to... Wait a minute, Piero. There's no ordinary spy. Because he's a prosecutor? No. Because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago. Wow, are you sure? I had my suspicions when I saw his smug air of arrogance, his holier-than-thou glare. But now that I know his name and occupation, there can be no doubt. Do you remember, Bird? Do you remember the tale of a homeless lion in the winter of 35? What was your father's name? Jean Beaumort. What were his crimes? His only crime was trying to feed a starving child. He took a handful of vegetables from a grocer's stand, not out of greed, but out of sheer desire to see me survive. But he was seen by a policeman, another arrogant cockerel like yourself, actually. So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man is a thief. This man is a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest possible punishments for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was fulfilling your lust to see a criminal behind bars. My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his 3rd. Do you remember him? Mademoiselle? In all my days as a prosecutor, I have seen over thousands of cases. I'm not gonna remember a single bread thief. You rotten conard! We're all just insects to you, aren't we? Who cares if a child starves in the streets, as long as you put enough criminals behind bars to meet your quota, am I right? Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Serpent Cocorico, you have been tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, of the murder of Croque Monsieur, and the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Oh, have I been found guilty? Mademoiselle, if you want to shoot me so you can fulfill your revenge fantasies, then by all means, shoot me. But don't pretend for a moment that this mob resembles a court of justice in any form. A court of justice. Now there's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Friar Remus, read this man his last rites. With pleasure, madame. Falcon, you have to make a move. Say something. Ooh, shit. Strange to get the option to speak up or stay silent. More features than Snake today. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all should check out Iced. And especially because not only those is throwing system broken too? I think I need to just straight up restart streamer bot. I think that's the problem. Yeah, they all close and reopen. But also, Iced is debuting live 2D model soon. I want to say the 25th 5th, if I'm remembering correctly off the top of my head. I usually don't glue things there. It's really actually not what I would recommend because like you can't really see the top of your head. You kind of have to get a mirror to see things you put on top of your head. So like really it's better if you just write it down on a note, like a sticky note, and you can just like stick it to your monitor or something. Probably a smarter way to record notes. I should probably do that. But I hope you're having a good evening, Eist. I suppose we should probably speak up in defense of our frenemy. All right, I'm going in. I'm coming too. No, I need you to get out of here. Go find the police. Real guard, anyone. I'll stall for time. Falcon. Okay, I'll go get help. Definitely won't get lost in the catacombs. Do you have any last words? Just pull the bloody trigger and be done with it. Wait! Wait. He's right. This is a terrible trial. There's no evidence, no defense, no examination of the facts. You've dragged a man off the streets and decided his fate based purely on your own prejudices and whims. Who the cluck does this bird brain think he is? I am this man's defense attorney. I am JJ Falcon. JJ, what are you doing? Defense attorney? You're a raven loony is what you are. Or a spy. I've seen this monsieur eavesdropping on our conversations before. He cannot be trusted. Everyone, please, hear me out. Let's appeal to the friar. Player Remus, you're a man of God. Surely you don't approve of this sort of mob violence. I see no issue. The good book is full of stories of violence. Joshua ransacked the city of Jericho. Jude and judges were ruthless assassins. Samson killed thousands before meeting his fate. Well, sure, but that's the Old Testament. What would Jesus say about this? He would say, I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Matthew 10:34. Oh. Damn. Do you see, Falcon? This man's death is inevitable. For the good of France, and in the name of justice, he must be killed. Justice. There's that word again. Madame, I won't presume to know who you are or what you stand for. But shooting this man right now would not bring you justice. It would only serve to satisfy your desire for revenge. Justice? Revenge? What's the difference? Difference between justice and revenge. Rationality. That's the best of the options. Rationality, madame. Justice is carried out on the basis of hard facts and logic. It isn't distracted by petty emotions. Even putting aside my emotions, I can see this bird's guilt. This is your opportunity to prove it, madame. Show that you're a leader who acts with reason, not brute irrationality. Madame, surely you're entertaining the words of this heathen. Fine, Falcon. We'll play this your way. We shall have a formal trial for the murder of the Croque Monsieur. Excellent. We head back to my office and file the necessary papers. Don't take me for a fool. You'll walk us right into a trap. We shall have the trial right here, right now. Right here? In the catacombs? It's as good a place as any. I suppose we'll be needing a judge. I volunteer. No thanks, Piero. We're trying to form a courtroom, not a circus. Aww. Just go see how the security is doing, Piero. We don't want any more spies wandering in. Rightio. Perhaps I can help, madame. You know I'm a pious man, after all. Okay, Remus, you can be our judge, and I will lead the prosecution. What about the jury? With due respect, I don't trust your peers to be impartial. Look around you. As we speak, we are being watched and judged by countless dead men and women. They shall be our jury. That may work as a metaphor, but like in practical terms, it is me you have to convince, Falcon. Convince me that this bird is not guilty. After all, I am the one who holds the gun. Well, it looks like we are ready to get started. The trial of Severin Cocorico is underway. He stands accused of the murder of the man known as Croque Monsieur in cold blood. Madame Beaumont, please explain the details of what happened. Very well. Last night, at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard on the Rue de Marmousets. Pierre alerted us, and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene, I saw the man known as Croque Monsieur, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Severin Cocorico, still clutching his murder weapon. I understand you did not witness the crime firsthand, madame? That you only saw the aftermath? Yes, but one of us did happen to see the incident itself. Madame Beaumont, I found this here pigeon running around our tunnels. I'm no pigeon, monsieur. He's a spy in any case. Let's say I execute him right now. It's all right. He's with me. With you? He's my assistant. He carries my bags and stuff. Falcon, I trust you do not have any other assistants lurking in the corner. No, madame. Then take your lackey out of my sight. Psst, Falcon. What is it? I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows. Another rebel? I don't know. He got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this. What is this? A political pamphlet? Well, I best be getting back to the patrols then. Not so fast, Piero. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not? I did, ma'am. Then you can be our first witness. Go, stand in the center. Okie dokie. Do I need to say an oath or something? That won't be necessary. We trust you. Just tell us what you saw last night, Piero. Okie dokie. I saw it plain as day. Croque Monsieur just minding his own business in the Rue de Marmousets, and all of a sudden, this here brute of a rooster appeared with his gun in hand. Bam! Rooster fired. Croque slumped to the floor. Using the last of his strength, the Croque Monsieur drew his own gun. Bam! The Croque fired back. So to clarify, Cocorico shot first. Yes, ma'am. No question there. What happened next? Well, I knew you guys, or Fontaine, Remus, and you, ma'am, were only a stone's throw away at the cathedral. So I ran to get your help. We all arrived back on the scene, maybe a minute after I'd left it. There I saw the dead Croque Monsieur and the murderous Severin Cocorico with my own eyes. Thank you for your report, Piero. It's nothing, ma'am. You see, Falcon? Piero is not the sharpest knife in the kitchen. True that! But he is honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life. Don't doubt the man's honesty, madam. Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? What does that mean? I don't claim to be an expert of the law. It was always my brother's role in the family. But I think cross-examination means the Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions. Actually, it would like... I know how to say words. I've been saying words for hours. I know how to keep saying them. Letters in a row. Mouth noises. No. Actually, it means I would like to make sure that Piero's story holds up under scrutiny. Yes, I'll be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand. Clearly a pointless stalling tactic, madame. Shall we put an end to the trail? No. We will let the bird have his little cross-examination. Exactly. But I'm warning you, Falcon. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with you? If I get the slightest inkling that you are rambling to stall for time, I will end this trial on the spot. Do I make myself clear? Start questioning Cocorico's shoe size or the color of Croque Monsieur's underwear, and I will lose my patience. Yeah, I get it. Well, first off, it was the middle of the night. You claim that you saw the incident plain as day. Yup, plain as day. Now, I would like to remind you that this crime occurred at midnight in February on an overcast, moonless night in an unlit alley. What's your point? Hi, hello. Eldritch, what? Why is my raid thing still not working? Oh well, that's Levy. Hello, hello. Ooh, playing some Infinity Nikki. You had some fun doing dress up. Welcome on by. I don't know how long you were gaming, but at the very least, I implore you, stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, grab a water. Probably grab the water from someplace different than you piss. I would recommend some nice, cool, refreshing, filtered water. But like, that's like my opinion. You do you. If you don't know me, I am Dreki Urmer, Draconic Serpent, Flightless Dragon, or simply Worm on the internet. And we are playing Aviary Attorney. It's by the same person who did Small Saga. It's a fun little Ace Attorney-ish kind of styled game, set in 1800s France. Very delightful. Got a cast of animal characters. And we're just getting to the meat of the Act 3 trial, I believe. Where our foenemy, our friend de foe, is accused of murder and is about to get killed by rebels. If we don't prove his innocence? Question mark? But is it from a glacier? I would say if you have good enough internet to watch streamers and you're at a glacier, I'm surprised. I didn't think the Antarctic outpost had that good of internet. I'm impressed. Drink it while you can. All right. Hey, welcome to Ziggurat. Clinicality? Clinicality? Apollo? Why? Welcome to the Ziggurat. Hope you enjoy your time here. You should test some games. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Not really a dress-up game player myself. The most I would get into fashioning is in Final Fantasy. You know, once you get all your crafters up, then you start getting all the fun, like making the comfy sweaters and PJs and shit to glamour your stuff, so you can look like you just woke up and started raiding. All right, cross-examining the parrot. What's your point? Would have been too dark. So dark you couldn't have possibly correctly identified the people involved. Hey, I swear I saw what I saw. Hold on, Falcon. You slipped up. You say the alley was unlit, but I distinctly recall there being lanterns over Rue de Marmousets. Oh, that's right, that's right. We live in La Ville Lumiere. There's a gas lamp on every street. You're right, Madame Beaumont. There are street lanterns over Rue de Marmousets, but they wouldn't have done him any good. The street lamps over Rue de Marmousets were broken. They're completely non-functional. As proof, I present this glass shards that line the alleyway. These shards originate from the panes of the broken lamps. I've still got holes in the soles of my shoe. Double proof. Those glass shards could have come from anywhere. You said one of your underlings to go see the broken lance for themselves if you want. And waste more time? I think not. This sounds like a stalling tactic. Excuse me, Madam Beaumont. I don't remember whether the street lamps were not broken, but do you remember we had to use a torch to light up the scene? Hey, whose side are you on? I'm just saying. Malcolm might be right. It was particularly dark, so it's possible there weren't any lit street lamps. You're saying I'm a liar? I thought we were buddies. Stop quibbling, the both of you. Maybe the lamps were broken. Maybe they weren't. It doesn't matter. I know that Piero's testimony is accurate because I, personally, saw the rooster at the crime scene 1 minute after Piero did. 1 minute? That's plenty of time for the real murderer to escape, and for a passerby to stumble upon the scene, is it not? You must acknowledge that as a possibility. I acknowledge nothing. There's an inkling of doubt. You know there's the slightest notion that Piero may be misremembering what he saw. Don't badger the prosecution, Monsieur Falcon. I wasn't badgering. On to the next witness. Madame Beaumont, do you have anyone else in mind? I do. There's someone among us who is something of a gun connoisseur. A man who knows everything there is about the craft of weaponry. Oh, that's me again! Shut up, Piero. Get off the stand. Yes, ma'am. I call Fontaine forward. Very well. I like how Fontaine is a hunting dog. It's just because he's a dog that hunts. Now, Fontaine, is it true you're a gun specialist? Well, I hate to brag, but yes, I do know about guns, their mechanics, their beauty. You heard about the revolver mechanisms America is developing? Wonderful stuff. Fontaine, let's stick to the guns that were found at the crime scene. Tell us about those. Oh, right. Very well. This is a gun found on Severin Cocorico's person at the time of the arrest. It is a standard issue, percussion lock, chartreuse gendarme pistol. 24 centimeters length, 15 millimeter caliber. Lots of police and soldiers carry these dull things. It's a gun that says, I'm a reliable man of the law. Sounds like our Cocorico. Does it? Cocorico's always told me that his riding crop was his self-defense weapon of choice. Strange he had a gun in the first place. Gendarme's pistol has been added. This gun was found on the Croque Monsieur's corpse, clutched tightly in his hands. It's a turnover pistol, double-barreled, ivory handle, 20 centimeter length, 13 millimeter caliber. This is an exquisite, highly customized gun, one of a kind. Whoever used this weapon knew their stuff. The Croque Monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It's no surprise his personal weapon would be something so flamboyant. What's really fascinating about Croque Monsieur's gun is the ammunition. See, the bore of the pistol has been fitted with a set of grooves. Please stop, Fontaine. I didn't call you up here to show you off your gun knowledge. Tell us what you uncovered when you examined Croque Monsieur's bullet wound. Ah, right. Well, a lead bullet was embedded in the middle of Croque Monsieur's sternum and appeared to have had a straight angle of entry. In other words, the Croque Monsieur was facing his killer when he was shot. That is right. The other interesting point is that Croque Monsieur's outer clothes were singed. This typically only occurs if a person was close enough to a gunshot to be directly burned by the gun's muzzle flash. And how does a person have to be burned? How close does a person have to be burned by a muzzle flash? Less than 3 meters, I would say. 5 at the very most. And there's no chance there was a rogue sniper on the rooftops. The Croque Monsieur killer was standing in the Rue de Marmousets themselves. As is plainly evident, only one person was found in the Rue des Marmousets at the time of the incident. Prosecutor Cocorico! Well said, madame. I think you just unequivocally proved this bird's guilt. Not so fast. I would like to cross-examine the witness. I don't think so. You're overstepping your bounds, bird. Let the lawyer try, Remus. When he fails, there would be absolutely no doubt to anyone in the room that Cocorico is nothing but a bloodthirsty murderer. Gendarme pistol, turnover pistol. His chest singed. Wait, but that's a double barrel pistol. I only heard 2 shots. If it's double barrel, shouldn't there have been 3? Fontaine, about Croque Monsieur's turnover pistol. You're about to say something about the gun's ammunition before Madame Beaumont cut you off. Could you give us the details? Oh, great. Now he'll never stop talking. I'm glad you asked, Falcon. See, as you probably know, most bullets are small, round lead balls, right? But that's not the case here. This particular weapon uses an advanced, iron-tipped, aerodynamic, carefully grooved... Actually, it'd be quicker if I just show you. Take a good look. This is an iron-tipped mini ball. It's very real, top-of-the-line technology. For last night, I had never even seen one of these in person. Like I said before, the Croque Monsieur is a legendary arms dealer. It only makes sense he would have access to the latest weaponry. Where'd you find this bullet, Fontaine? In the turnover pistol's chamber. Hold on, I'm confused. I thought the Croque Monsieur fired his gun. So how is it possible his gun was still loaded with a bullet? The turnover pistol is double-barreled. That means it can hold 2 bullets at once, ready to be fired in quick succession. Ah, I see. So the Croque Monsieur fired 1 bullet, but died before he could fire the second. I trust you have no more questions about this matter, Falcon. We've wasted enough time already. I'm satisfied. No more questions about the mini ball. A wise decision. Wait, no. Where did the other bullet go? Can I go back? Where's the other bullet? Not yet. Where's the other bullet? What other bullet? The fired mini ball. There were 2 shots that night, remember? One from the assailant, one from the crocodile. I scouted the scene for a couple minutes, but I couldn't find it. It's a pity. It'd been great to have 2 of these magnificent bullets. Madame Beaumont, did anyone find the fired mini ball in Cocorico's body? In his body? You're asking if Cocorico was wounded by the bullet? No, that much is plain to see. So again, I must ask, where's the mini ball? I don't have any clue. What are you trying to get at, Falcon? Isn't it obvious? If the bullet wasn't embedded in the alleyway wall, and it wasn't embedded in Cocorico, then that means... the bullet hit the murderer, the real murderer, and it must still be embedded in whoever attacked the Croque Monsieur. A ludicrous notion. It makes perfect sense. The double-barreled turnover gun, the missing bullet. Fine, I'll humor you. Let's say that a bullet did indeed hit the real perpetrator. What of it? Well, it's only been a few hours since the shooting. Presumably, the person will still have the bullet lodged in them. Find the person with the unique iron mini ball embedded in them, you'll have the real murderer. That's reasonable. We don't have time nor resources to search every citizen in Paris to uncover an injured gunman. You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer to be someone in this very room. Oh, you think we have a traitor in our ranks? I do. This was obviously a planned attack. Someone invited Cocorico and the Croque Monsieur to the same place at the same time in order to create a setup. Only someone with a rebel's connections could engineer such an event. This is ridiculous. Are you really saying that someone in this room was shot last night? That's clearly untrue. A bullet wound can be concealed. Perhaps if you were all to take off your shirts. No. I'm not having everyone in this room stripped down to their knickers just to cater to your outrageous theory. You can't think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory than we end this damn trial here and now. A more reasonable way? I have a more reasonable way. What are you thinking, Falcon? Since it's obvious, we have the perfect way to uncover whether someone has been shot. A genius solution! The Explorer Extractor! Ellipsis. Are you serious, Falcon? You're relying on the invention of a lunatic? I've never been more serious. Madame Beaumont, Frere Remus, members of the court, this device is called an Explorer Extractor. It is the latest in medical technology. It looks like a children's toy. I assure you, this is no toy. It is designed to find and extract metal embedded in bodies. A battlefield bullet finder and remover, if you will. I'm intrigued. So you're saying that you could just swing this device around and it finds a bullet in a person? Yes, sort of. I don't know, you haven't had a chance to practice with it, really. Madame, the birds are clearly playing you for a fool. There's no way that such a device exists. We have seen this device work with our own eyes. Sparrowson shall demonstrate. Me? Although he will need something to demonstrate it on. Here, we have an iron-tipped mini ball, as presented by Fontaine moments ago. Observe, I place the bullet in my closed fist. Now it represents the fired bullet that is currently embedded in the murderer's body. Allegedly. Now, Sparrowson will demonstrate what happens when my hand is scanned with the Explorer Extractor device. So I just do this and... It's humming and buzzing. Is it really detecting that bullet? Absolutely. What an intriguing device. Hey, what would happen if I were to hit extract right now? Please don't. You remember what happened to that steak, right? My, what is this feeling? It feels like power. Don't let it get to your head. Okay, I'm convinced. Falcon, Sparrowson, you may perform a cursory scan of each of us with that device of yours. You must stop humoring these morons, madame. What good is this doing us? Remus, they may be morons, but this test will grant us the certainty of the rooster's fate. I can afford that time. Hey, Falcon, what will happen if the murderer is someone not present in this room? It most likely isn't. What? I'm stalling. Falcon. Get a move on, you two. I really must express my displeasure that you're going along with this farce, Madame Beaumont. Let us end this trial right here and now. You can get the justice you so crave. Don't worry, Remus. My patience for this bird brain is wearing thin too. When this asinine scheme fails, he will face the consequences. Lackey Bird, scan the rooster first. He is the prime suspect after all. Okay. I'm not getting any reaction. That means there's probably no bullet lodged in Cocorico. So he's innocent for sure. No. All that means is that this bird was not shot by the hypothetical bullet. Don't forget, this is all speculation on Falcon's part. Madame, I must insist you end this. It's a fool's errand. We have other matters to attend to. Remus, you let me worry about our time management. Yarrow, you go next. All right. Let's get it over with. No reaction. That means Piero wasn't shot either. No surprises there, right, guys? Let's see. Next we shall test... Madame, I implore you. You're being awfully lippy, Remus. Why don't you go next? Me? That's not really necessary, madame. I don't want to participate in this ridiculous child's game. This is no game, and I'm issuing an order to cooperate. I refuse. I have a gun. You will be scanned. Piero, please restrain Remus. With pleasure, ma'am. What are you doing? Keep your filthy talons off me. Will not be manhandled by... Oh, stop that! You're making a mistake! Think a little harder. I have an alibi. I was with you the whole evening. Sparrow son, do the test. Falcon? I'm not getting any reaction. That can't be right. Do it again. There's nothing. Yeah, Remus has not been shot, as far as this evidence can tell. Not a nerve! Manhandle a man of the cloth like that! As I said on the floor, madame, I was with you and Fontaine for the entire evening. I could not possibly be in two places at once. It's true. You were sitting in my line of sight exactly when the murder was supposed to have taken place. As was I. Right. Fontaine was sitting with us too, and so that rules him out. And I know I didn't perform the murder, obviously. Which means that every suspect has been accounted for. Go sit down, lackey. Your job is done. You realize what this means, don't you, Falcon? Your little test has failed, and now you must hydrate. Delicious. But you see, he has a twin! Or I wonder if they've already pulled the bullet out of him and just he's bleeding underneath his robe, which is why he wants to hurry because he needs medical attention. Your hypothetical bullet theory turned out to be unsubstantiated speculation. Pure guesswork. Shall we end the trial, madame? Wait! There must be someone we're not accounting for. I just know it. There's someone else who could have been the shooter. Where is he? Dear Romulus, how is your brother? The man named Romulus. My brother? He is forced to flee the country by our oppressive government. You and I know that isn't true. Your brother is still in France. In fact, I think he's lurking in these very catacombs right now. An absurd notion. Your theories are getting more and more outlandish, Falcon. Where is your evidence? Oh, I know. I can answer this one. This. I found this in the catacomb tunnel. An introductory guide to the cult of reason? Thank you, Sparrowson. Now, Trier Remus, does this pamphlet look familiar to you? No. I've never seen it before in my life. Are you sure? Are you sure it doesn't belong to your brother Romulus? No. There are many cultists in Paris. Maybe it belongs to one of them. Falcon, I'll take your word that your lackey found this pamphlet in the catacombs. But Remus is right. You have no evidence that the man known as Romulus is the one who dropped it. This pamphlet could have been dropped by anyone. It even been dragged in on the sole of Pierre's shoe, for all I know. Wouldn't be the first time. Actually, madame, I know for a fact that that pamphlet belonged to Romulus, and I can prove it. With this signed cult guide. A little while ago, while visiting the Louvre, I saw a man who looked very much like Romulus handing out pamphlets. As you can see, the pamphlet from the Louvre is identical to the pamphlet from the catacombs, except for one important detail. Romulus signed the Louvre pamphlet himself! No way! My brother wouldn't do something so foolish! Do you see? Right here on the cover page. That is Romulus' signature. I admire your tenacity, Falcon, but something is blatantly wrong with your evidence. We know that brother of Trier Remus is named Romulus. This Louvre pamphlet of yours is signed Silvius. Clearly an alias. Romulus is on the run from the police, so he must have changed his identity. That is a plausible theory, but it's unsubstantiated. How do we know that the pamphlet was signed by Remus's brother?
At that moment, a chill ran down Falcon's spine. There was the dreaded reality. Falcon had no evidence that the signature belonged to Romulus. If only he still had that fountain pen.
Madame, it's obvious that Romulus wrote that signature. See, Romulus writes in green ink. It only could have been him. What do you mean Romulus writes in green ink? On official court documents and the like. Interesting. Do you have any documents at hand to prove this? No, madame. Please, take my word. I don't have proof, but I know that Romulus signed this. It's here in these very catacombs. He shot at Croque Monsieur. You have to believe me. He's floundering, madame. Agreed. I've heard enough of these rambling theories. Falcon, your respect for your comrade is admirable, and you displayed a great valiance by leaping headfirst into the lion's den. But you have failed to convince me of this bird's innocence. Madame Beaumont, I implore you! Not another word. We humored you. We set up a court and went through the motions of a trial. And now the rooster's guilt has been formally proven. We have more evidence. Enough! The trial is over. Severin Cocorico, you have been formally tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the count of conspiracy, of the murder of Croque Monsieur, and of the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Madame, please. JJ, it's all right. I've made my peace. This is far from all right. Dying in the name of a new republic. In the hands of rebels. There are worse ways to go. It was good enough for Robespierre, right? Severin. Oh, fuck. Pen to the body, Piero. Yes, ma'am. Do you plan to kill us too? Why would I do that? You two have done nothing wrong. I see no reason for you to be tried, let alone be executed. Your mercy is admirable, madame. But I fear if we let these two go, they will tell the police everything. It would compromise us. No, we promised to keep our beaks shut, right, Falcon? We can't trust the word of potential traitors. Madame, for the good of France, we must execute these birds right now. Some men of God you are. I hate to admit it, but you have a point, Remus. This is an unpleasant situation. What to do? Okay, I know. I'm going to give you a choice. You have two options. The first is that I shoot you right here and now. That's something either of us particularly want, but if it must be done... What's option number two? You join us. We need lawyers to help bring the new republic into fruition. Your skills would be very much appreciated. Our skills? Somebody has to draft new laws. Somebody has to file the paperwork to secure the new republic's internationally recognized legal status. Somebody has to prosecute the officials who corrupted this country. Wouldn't that be a glorious job? You mean prosecute the prime minister? Or the king? We could discuss the specifics later. For now, I need to hear a decision. What will it be? Damn. Fuck. You killed my comrade. I would rather die. We'll join you. We'll join you. We'll join you. Rebels and the Aviary attorneys. What a team. Sparrowson, this is serious. Let me talk. No. I know what you're about to say, and it was stupid. Not gonna let you throw away both of our lives just so you can satisfy your stupid pride. Refuse to work with the monster who murdered Severin. You don't have to be happy with the task. Just play along. Are you two done conferring? We can't draw this out any longer. Fine. We'll work with you. Good. Then a verbal contract has been made. So, what happens now? Piero and Fontaine will lead you to La Canadjuis. I will finish up here and meet you two in 2 hours. Needless to say, they shall be keeping a close watch on you. Don't even think about running. Of course. Then we're done here. Fontaine, lead the way. Yes, madame. Come along, you two. You can't seriously be trusting these filthy lawyers, madame. They're probably plotting revenge for their dead friend at this very moment. I do trust them. Throughout the trial, I got the impression that Falcon was trying to de-escalate the situation, avoid violence. Such a viewpoint is naive. It is exactly what we need in this revolution. But they will betray you. If they are stupid enough to raise even one feather against me, they will regret it. Oh, fuck. All right, maybe this game's a little bit longer than I thought.